Namaste. Long ago, in a land where pilgrims travel to sacred sites in search of spiritual enlightenment, there was a stranger who set out on a pilgrimage. However, unlike the others, his journey was not motivated by a quest for spiritual fulfillment, but by greed. His heart raced with excitement when he gained the trust of a wealthy fellow traveler, a pilgrim traveling all alone with a substantial sum of money, thousands of dollars. Each morning, the wealthy pilgrim would carefully count his money in the stranger's presence, ensuring that every dollar was accounted for before placing it securely in his pocket. This daily ritual filled the stranger with anticipation, and he eagerly awaited the opportunity to steal the fortune he coveted. As night fell and the campfire's embers glowed faintly, the wealthy pilgrim would fall into a deep slumber. This was when the stranger would spring into action, rummaging through the pilgrim's belongings. He sifted through the pilgrim's bag, carefully searching under the sleeping mat, and even lifted the pillow cautiously, but each night the money was nowhere to be found. To his growing frustration, the next morning the money would once again appear in the pilgrim's hands. Days passed, and the stranger's frustration turned into anxiety. A nagging fear began to creep into his mind. Perhaps the pilgrim possessed some mystical powers. Could he be a wizard, or could he be a yogi with the ability to make the money disappear and reappear by some supernatural means? Though the thought unnerved him, his greed drove him to continue his nightly searches. Finally, one night, after yet another fruitless hunt for the elusive money, the stranger could no longer contain his curiosity. Overcome with a mixture of shame and fear, he approached the pilgrim and confessed his intentions. With trembling voice, he asked, "Sir, where do you hide your money at night? Why could I never find it?" The pilgrim, who had long anticipated this moment, laughed warmly, his laughter free of any malice. My friend, he said, his eyes twinkling with both amusement and wisdom, I knew your intentions from the very first day. Each night I placed the money under your pillow, knowing that it was the one place you would never think to look. The stranger stood in stunned silence as the pilgrim's word sank in. He realized the profound simplicity of the pilgrim's strategy. His own greed and distrust had blinded him to the most obvious hiding place. Overcome with regret, the stranger's heart softened. He no longer saw the pilgrim as just a wealthy traveler, but as a person of deep understanding and compassion. Sisters and brothers, the stranger represents the restless mind, which is consumed by desires and constantly seeking happiness in material things. The pilgrim, on the other hand, symbolizes God. The money signifies true happiness and bliss. The restless mind, driven by desires and greed, searches for this happiness in all the wrong places, failing to realize that it lies within himself. The moral of the story is that true happiness is not something to be stolen or found in the external world. It is something to be discovered within oneself.